Game of League? Hell yeah, let's queue it up. Let's fucking do it. One game of League before. We have time? Look, there's still a countdown happening. We have time. Okay. I'm done. I quit last night. I stopped. I got plat. We're good. 1, 2. We're ready? Okay, let's see this. My guess, I literally didn't even read your message. I seen you type a full sentence, and I was just like, I'm not reading that full sentence. It definitely has a spoiler in it. And I put no spoiler. I left. My guess is there's gonna be tokens we find in Mirages. Portals, maybe, like Delirium. And we exchange the tokens for wishes and items. That's my guess. That's the League mechanic. And there'll be a Jhin as a boss. Okay. Voice in it.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers from Grinding Gear Games.
I thought he
Welcome
wasn't
to
in this.
GGG Live. Today we're going to show you an exclusive reveal of Path of Exile Mirage, which is coming out 1 week from now on March 6th.
I thought it was
Drops are
Octavian.
enabled on today's live stream, so you'll be able to claim your Mirage weapon effect by following the instructions below. Now first things first.
I
let's
left
roll the
Lolly open
trailer
while I
for
was
Path of
gone,
Exile
so I got my drop.
Mirage.
The
Probably a bit low.
They were bound to serve, but not to suffer. The Aphrodite assault our lands, trapping my Jinn in an astral plane. Break their chains, rescue them,
Chainbreaker?
and you will be granted a wish.
Huh. Okay. It's like, altars.
An ancient evil yearns for his freedom. We must keep him in the dark.
It's, synthesis. Looks a little synthesis-y. Keepers goes core. Oh, really? Keepers is going core. Oh, interesting. Okay. Go there. How's that? Mirage.
In today's stream, we'll take you on a deep dive into Path of Exile Mirage, where you'll unravel ancient mysteries, unlock new powerful rewards, and become part of the eons-old story of the Winter Sekima. There are also significant in-game changes coming alongside Mirage.
Fractured Atlas. Oh god, we're going back to the 4-section Atlas.
And as always, new rewards to match. After that,
oh, shapered regions. Oh, we're going back in time. Okay. I knew we were. I said that we were going to do it, but I thought it was going to be for PoE 2.
Packs. And then lastly, have a live Q&A session.
I said this was going to be PoE 2's thing, not PoE 1's.
As well as game designer Octavian, your questions from Twitch chat. After the live stream, we'll drop the full patch notes at 11 AM NZT or 2 PM PST.
Reliquary Ascendancy class.
So let's get started. I'll hand things over to Mark to introduce the new league.
Interesting.
Hi, I'm Mark Roberts, Game Director on Path of Exile. In Path of Exile Mirage, you'll be taking on the Aphrodite, a sect of desert-dwelling necromancers who have lingered in the shadows for centuries. They are outcasts of outcasts, with no home or promised land. Instead, they seek their sovereignty through darker means. The Aphrodite have captured the souls of Jinn throughout Rayclast. They are killing them, sapping their energies for purposes unknown. You must fight your way past the Aphrodite's necromantic creations to find the captive Jinn. Here, Varashta, an ancient Mariketh sorceress, has been doing what she can to protect the Jinn, but she needs your help to free them. After successfully defeating them, you will then be asked by Varashta to enter the Astral Realm and break the tether trapping the Jinn there. This gate to the Astral Realm is a Mirage, an imperfect copy of the area around the captured Jinn.
Okay.
Now, when we say an imperfect copy, we mean that quite literally. Hold tight, because this leak mechanic has some serious implications for juicing areas. We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
Varashta can augment the magic of the Mirage.
Oh, you can see the border.
She allows you to enter, giving you the option to choose one of 3 wishes before you do so.
What is your desire?
These wishes are modifiers that will apply to the Mirage area and have some pretty potent outcomes.
Interesting.
There are wishes that grant extra rewards, such as the wish
I wonder
for
if you can get
Glyphs,
other League
which
mechanics
causes
in there.
all Portal and Wisdom Scrolls in the Mirage to instead drop as
Can
other
there be
currencies.
other League mechanics inside of it?
Or wishes that will spawn rewarding enemies, such as the wish
What
for
does the
Avarice,
color mean at the bottom?
which replaces a number of packs in the area with gilded enemies that convert their equipment drops to gold. And wishes that can grant you extreme power while inside the Mirage, such as the wish for souls or the wish for godhood, which allow you to consume the souls of your enemies or make you completely unkillable, while within the Mirage, of course.
Wonder how common that one is.
Each wish is also marked with the sigil of one of 3 powerful Jinn: the Sand Jinn, Fire Jinn, or Water Jinn.
Okay.
Depending on the sigil chosen,
So it's just
monsters
different
within the
coin
affected
per-
Mirage will have a small chance to drop one of 3 new coin currencies: a coin of knowledge, coin of power, or coin of skill. Each of these coins can be used on a max leveled
Dexterity
skill gem,
support effect.
corrupting it and augmenting it with a random support that matches the color of the coin used.
Oh, 7 links now.
Only one skill that is imbued this way can be socketed into a given equipment item at a time, meaning you cannot have 2 imbued skill gems in your body armor, as an example.
I don't know why you would want to.
You wish
That's one of the rewards, but let's get back to the area-to-area mechanic.
for you.
Once you've made your choice of wish, enter the Mirage and fight your way through the
Little bit of
monsters
power creep
and
there.
astral hazards to find the tether holding the Jinn. Shatter this chain to free the Jinn, step by step weakening whatever dark plans the Ufarud may have for Rayclast. Wishes are not the only value a Mirage has to offer to an enterprising exile. As we mentioned earlier, Mirages are an imperfect copy of the area the Jinn occupies in Rayclast, and it will copy almost anything, as long as it's within the domain of the Jinn. Mirages created from an endgame map, for instance, will have all Scarab, Atlas, and map modifiers the area had.
Kept the Legion too.
Mirages created next to a strongbox will have a new strongbox ready for you to open.
Ooh, strong boxes are going to be really nice
Blights can be defended again.
then. Blights, not so much. Unless you're doing juicing.
Legions fought once
with
more,
scarabs?
and so on. Effectively, you get a portion of your map to play a second time,
The part about
and everything you did to
know, I
enhance the
know.
content of
You
that map
noticed
applies in the Mirage too.
okay.
These recreated copies of League mechanics, however, have been warped into reality by the power of the Mirage. And this has some side effects. For one, a recreation may not be perfect. The
does that
factions of a
mean?
legion may differ from the one the Mirage
Oh,
copied,
okay.
or the variety of strongboxes may change.
Strong boxes are going to
More
be strong.
importantly,
Legion is going to be
The
strong.
mechanic may be empowered.
Essence
New
is going to be
threats
strong.
and rewards that are customized to each mechanic and
Maybe
are only
Ultimatum,
available
too.
when doing that mechanic in the Mirage. For
Light and
example,
Delirium won't.
Ultimatums recreated in Mirages will have new threatening modifiers added to the usual pool. Restless Ground can raise slain enemies to fight again, or Quicksand will grasp at your ankles. As a reward for these new threats, Mirage Ultimatums can provide the new Sinistral or Dextral Catalysts. These catalyze jewelry with increased effect of either prefix or suffix modifiers.
Oh, interesting.
As you can imagine, there's a lot of potential here. Another example is that
What's so different about the
recreated
ultimatum?
in the Mirage has a chance to be replaced by a thaumaturgic hourglass, a powerful magical device that your Calguran friends can mine in order to obtain vast quantities of thaumaturgic
Just
dust.
new currency from it?
Blight encounters recreated in Mirages have one of their lanes replaced by Ufferrude enemies, infested with Blight.
Okay.
This lane can reward a new base type, the Cord Belt. The implicit of this belt allows it to be anointed, causing it to grant a passive notable of your choosing.
Okay. That's still pretty cool.
As a quick note, Imprisoned Jinn will generally be near the content they can empower in the Mirages.
Oh, interesting.
So you don't need to worry too much about getting lucky with where your content generates in an area. As the campaign doesn't generally contain too much additional League content for the Mirages to empower, we've gone and added a whole bunch that will force spawn near the Jinn. So your campaign experience will double down on being more action-packed and rewarding.
Wait, do you teleport in the campaign?
If you're traveling through Mirages, encountering new
mods
enemies,
in particular on
and
jewelry
slaying them, you can expect to find some
would be
new
really
uniques.
crazy with that 20% increase.
The Ufferrude are not only torturers, but thieves, and have over the centuries stolen away priceless
I need to think for a second. The belt too. Would I ever replace that on a minion build with Darkness Enthroned? It's always going to be Darkness Enthroned, and then Stygian Vice. I guess you'll. I wonder if there's any way to move that mod. Do you think there's any way to like recombinate or something to move that mod to another belt? So you could have a socket and anoint it? The anoint is really good, but having 2 5th Mage Blood Flask, right? Well, can you anoint it? I don't think so. Maybe though.
Artifacts.
Okay.
Using their powers of rot and disease, they have twisted these items to suit their own purposes. Flesh Render is one such artifact.
400 damage over time, crit chance, cannot poison enemies with at least 12 poison on them. Inflict 3 additional poisons on the same target when you inflict poison with this weapon. Wither on hit, this weapon against enemies, at least 12 points. Oh, it's two-handed. This looks kind of good. That looks kind of good. As like a... Whoa, what happened?
It's been tarnished and befouled. Its rusted and jagged edge
like a different type of Beanos, maybe?
And withering your enemies. However, Varashta has in her command the power to restore these once lost Maraketh treasures to their former glory. Acquiring a coin of restoration by slaying monsters in Mirages allows any unique obtained from the Ufferrude to be transformed into its Maraketh counterpart.
So that same
its glorious original
but better?
form. Flesh Render, for example, transforms into Sky Sunder.
So worse damage. Unless it can roll crazy ranges. But it's all fire. You're self-igniting. Yeah, it is like a Beanos. Oh, interesting. It's like a fire reflect Beanos. There's probably some disgusting self-ignite tech, huh?
The original Maraketh blade that...
Wait, what? Ignites are reflected back to you, but you're unaffected by ignite. That seems
radiates
interesting.
with the glowing heat of the desert sun. When you ignite monsters, Sky Sunder reflects that ignite back to you.
Yeah.
Which proliferates to nearby enemies in a massive area. If you meddle with the affairs of the Upper Rood for too long, though, you may draw the ire of the Mirage League's new in-game boss,
is this
Suresh of the Weeping Black.
That's for sick.
Suresh also...
You have Diamond Shrine buff. While affected by no flask, you have Resistance Shrine buff. Ooh, 90 res. Chaos res, you're 90 res and you're chaos capped with crit. That's pretty nice. That like saves a bunch of stuff that you don't have to get resistances. You get resistance capped and you get crit capped. Is crit Diamond Shrine is always crit, right? It's but then you lose them with your flasks, huh?
Also has a set
Seems
of powerful,
good. I feel like I want that in
items.
PoE too, not PoE.
Yours for the taking. If
Maybe
you're
that's
able to defeat
where it
him.
would be better, actually. I don't know. This might not
So
be that
that's
good.
the Mirage
Probably not
League.
great.
Now, to face all the new evils, you might want some righteous skill.
Unless the mod is specifically marked and unmodifiable, it's safe to say it can be scaled by the catalyst. This does definitely mean unique mods that were previously unaffected will be able to be affected by it. Most specifically, we'll need to check ourselves to see which are tagged as such. Abracadabra-arian? What the fuck is that word? Flash more useful. Has worn these shoes before. Why are we looking at his feet?
Some holy skills.
Huh?
In
I'm trying to think, what uniques could I... Okay, so, like, if I did that on Darkness Enthroned, I could have 120%? Wait, how would that work? How does that work? Does it do nothing on Darkness Enthroned? Because it's prefixes and suffixes, and that's an implicit? So maybe it does nothing? What other uniques do I use? I don't use a lot of unique items. I can't think of any. Yeah, uniques don't have... Yeah, so I don't even know what it would be useful for, unique-wise. Bro, we're gonna have such crazy gear. We're gonna have 7 links, built-in 7 links. We're gonna have keepers, crafts, so we're gonna instantly be, you know, tier 1 mods, 3 tier 1 mods on an item. And then we're gonna be able to quality all of these items higher. I think we're gonna be pretty juiced.
With access to a slew of new options to bring divine devastation and return the faithless to their rightful graves. We're also introducing some supports to go with them, as well as some new transfigured gems. Let's go over a few examples. With holy hammers, you slam the ground to call down a hammer of justice from the sky.
This is such a Quinn skill.
An enemy, an additional holy hammer will cascade forwards, which itself can further cascade, and so forth. Expending a power charge when using the skill will call down an additional 2 hammers, which can also cause cascading slams. The more numerous your foes, the more instruments of holy judgment.
It'll be really good on Darkness Enthroned, on God, what I can't think of it. The socket belt. The Abyss socket belt. It's been so long. Help me out here. What's it called? Socket belts. Abyss socket belts. I can't think of what it's called. Stygian Vice. Yeah, Stygian Vice. It'll be good on that because you do have prefixes and suffixes, so you'll just have a better buffed belt and you'll have a socketed belt. So that'll be a pretty nice increase on that. It may be a lot easier if you're doing suffixes to get chaos capped, So you can like maybe put the 20% on one ring and one belt or something, and then your other ring is free to have maybe a damage ring. Something like that. I don't know. Just spitballing
Sweep
stuff.
is an old skill. In fact, it is so old that it's one of the very first skills ever implemented in Path of Exile, over 15 years ago. It's been long overdue for some attention.
Is it Cyclone now?
With 328, it has been reworked into Holy Sweep. This skill converts some of your physical damage to lightning, with shiny new effects to match.
It is Cyclone.
Some enemies struck by the initial sweep will have hammers of light batter them from above. These hammers cause area damage where they land, so clustered enemies are demolished by repeated impacts. When successfully hitting an enemy with Holy Strike, you'll summon forth a floating holy armament, a glowing mace that follows you closely. These weapons are minions, and will attack with Holy Strike themselves whenever you do. These holy armaments will copy the stats of your main hand weapon to deal their damage. Stand against your foes with Shield of Light, a retaliation skill which will allow you to unleash a cone of holy light upon enemies.
Just skip to the next skill. Just skip to the next skill. No one's using this. Just skip to the next skill.
Additional cones of light will also pour forth from your nearby allies when you hit with the skill.
No one is using this.
Allowing you to recruit your holy army to create purging light. Divine Blast emits a beam of holy light from your shield, coalescing into a hovering ball of energy. A few moments later, this unstable orb bursts, exploding outward with divine power.
Weird mine?
Hallow supports melee attacks, causing them to inflict a new debuff, Hallowing Flame. Hallowing Flame builds up as charges on enemies, getting consumed when attacked. Consuming a stack of Hallowing Flame gives the attack that consumed it a significant amount of extra fire damage. But only those who did not inflict the Hallowing Flame are able to consume it.
That's interesting.
Perfect for those of you who enjoy a more supportive playstyle with your army of Holy Sentinels. Or friends, when they're online.
Okay.
We've also added sources of this debuff to a number of other places, such as unique items, cluster jewels, and the Guardian Ascendancy class.
Oh. Guardian minion build.
We also have another batch of new transfigured gems.
I didn't even look.
With many of these being variants for gems which previously had none. One example is the Shockwave Totem of Authority, which casts its higher damage dealing Nova at your location instead of its own. You might also enjoy Orb of Storms of Squalls. These storms warp directly to targets when you use lightning skills, and arc lightning upon doing so. This gives you a mobile storm of destruction.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. That's nice. That's one of the things I don't like about Orb of Storms, that it doesn't move, and this moves it. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Speaking of the patch notes, as always, we love to shake up the meta. So we've done a bunch of balance adjustments to a few other things as well.
That's pretty
cool. Such as a pass on Bloodline classes.
Bloodline classes. Bloodline classes. Bloodline classes? Oh my god, Bloodline classes are still in the game. From Keepers. Interesting.
Expanded the passives available to the Templar section of the passive tree, and various improvements to existing holy themed skills such as Static Strike, Holy Flame Totem, and Dominating Blow.
What am I looking at?
We're also doing our usual improvement to some of the least played Ascendancy classes. This time with a focus on Guardian and Warden.
Wait, wasn't that the same skill?
Speaking of Ascendancies, let's talk about the Scion and her new Reliquarian Ascendancy class. For those that have played the Legacy of Frisia events, this class will seem familiar. The Reliquarian is a learned Scion that has studied history at the Oriath Academy. She is a part of a secret society of Oriathans dedicated to collecting and discerning the strange properties of unique items.
Scavenger, but there's a twist.
All of her passive powers come from these.
Armor from equipped shield is doubled.
Unique items found from throughout Rayclast. After ascending, first select the power of a unique
I don't see anything good yet.
Victario's influence increases the level of all your auras and gives them a much larger area of effect. Or instead, take Kilowava's Bluster, giving you a chance to have extreme elemental resistance against incoming
that's
hits.
Disgusting.
Next, pick from a unique weapon power. Widow Hail greatly increases the bonuses gained from your quiver. Or Martyr's Teaching, which causes your minions' critical strike chance with attacks to be equal to your main hand weapons.
Not good.
Lastly, pick your Crown Jewel, a unique jewelry power. Astral Projector causes Nova spells to cast from enemies rather than from yourself.
How does that work with Stormbolt or something? Not Stormbolt, Frostbolt. Frostbolt?
Or take Astramentus, simply giving you a huge boost
plus 60 all attributes. Plus 60 all attributes sounds crazy. Wonder if there's some stacking stuff with her now.
Due to all the ways you can mix and match unique powers, the Reliquarian has more flexibility in how you build it compared to any other Ascendancy class in the game.
I feel like if it was 90, I would be more impressed.
Our plan going forward is for the Reliquarian to not be a static Ascendancy class, and between each expansion, the unique powers which are offered will change. If you don't...
Chaz was one of my first for EG. Fury Valve was in right-hand set.
Don't like what she offers this expansion, hopefully she'll have the power of your favorite unique item in the next one.
Wait, what?
Expansion. Any other Ascendancy. Due to all the ways you can mix and match unique powers, the Reliquarian has more flexibility in how you build it compared to any other Ascendancy class in the game. Our plan going forward is for the Reliquarian to not be a static Ascendancy class, and between each expansion, the unique powers which are offered will change.
I like that idea.
If you don't like
That's
what
pretty
she
cool.
offers this expansion, hopefully she'll have the power of your favorite unique item in the next one.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Time to move on to the end game.
I like that.
With this
I like that a lot. I like a changing Ascendancy.
expansion, we are aiming to liven up the end game.
Okay.
Giving players new
Instead of the last equipped thing on Scion, you can go the other direction for an extra passive instead.
experiences, strategies to leverage,
I assume it'll
and
be every
streamlining
league.
or removing the more frustrating tasks.
How are
Extensive
they gonna
changes
go
will be
back
coming
to
to the Atlas and how you engage with maps, without
Section off
interfering with the
areas.
beloved core experience that has made mapping so successful.
We're going to be moving Shaper
In
Cloud
the
around
last
again?
few in-game updates, you experienced Zana's story. How she helped defeat the Elder, tried to stop exiles from going mad in the Atlas, and faced new threats pouring forth from
they
it.
just do it every league. Yeah, they just for fun.
In the most recent expansion, she eventually realized that there was only one way forward, to destroy the Atlas. Zana's recent actions have
Why are
now
we back
weakened
to
the
this?
already
Okay, it's
strained
fine.
and tattered edges of its realities.
It's fine.
Reshaping how we interact
I'm
with
here
the
for
Atlas
it.
entirely. To explain how this changes your interactions with the Atlas, we first
I'm
want
so
to
scared
establish
right
some
now.
context while having a bit of a trip down memory lane. 27 expansions ago, back in Path of Exile 3.1.0,
Yeah.
the War for the Atlas, we had a mechanic on the Atlas where the Shaper and Elder were
Yeah.
engaged in war. This manifested as influence regions on the Atlas that affected specific maps. The ever-changing influence regions made the Atlas feel more like a physically connected space, rather than just a fancy
It was
way
also
of visualizing
miserable
a
to move it
checklist
around.
of completed maps. However, one of the main frustrations with this mechanic was that you constantly needed many different specific maps in order to manipulate the influenced regions. We realized we'd love to again have mechanics that manifest physically on your Atlas, but would have to address the issue of always needing those specific maps. The first major change we'll be making to solve this is divorcing map items from specific areas. As an example, instead of having a Mesa map, you will now find, say, a Tier 10 map. To open a Mesa map now, just locate and select Mesa on your atlas, put in your map item, click activate, and you're good to go.
Why? How many extra clicks is that now? So we have to click on our stash, get the map, put it in our inventory, click on the atlas, dump them in our knapsack, which I hopefully is still there. Then you have to open the map device, click on the map, find the map symbol that you want. Yeah, like everyone's gonna know what symbol it is. Then put them in there, but it looks like you can stack multiple, which looks nice.
That Mesa may drop a Tier 11 map.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Return to your map device, which will default to the last map run.
Oh, those are scarabs underneath it, aren't they? Those are not extra maps, are they? That's where you put your scarabs at.
Then run it again.
Oh.
Or choose a new map to use.
Where's our knapsack?
It's your choice.
Our knapsack's gone.
This is one
it's
of
still
the
there.
many
Okay,
benefits to this
okay,
change,
it's still there. Okay.
Which is that if you are the type of player who enjoys chaining the same map over and over,
Yeah, that's okay. Damn.
or the type of player who prefers to jump around, it is equally easy to do either strategy or even switch between them at a moment's notice.
Okay, first problem I'm seeing, there's no way people are going to know where these maps are located. It's every single time you're like, okay, I need to run a Mesa. Where the fuck is Mesa on my map? And you're going to be like, okay, Mesa. Wait, hold on, search for it. Okay, which one is the blinking one? I don't, okay, oh, there it is. Okay, click, and then, I don't know about that. Yeah.
If one day you're farming burial chambers,
I don't know about
hoping
that.
to eventually get a headhunter from divination cards, and you decide you need a change of rhythm, you can seamlessly swap to your boss farming atlas tree and spam Mesa for peak boss killing efficiency.
Is that new? I like that this is, I like what I do like about this is I like that it's all in like, it feels like it's all in one place now. It's not like your map device is here and your map is there. It's all in one. I like that. I just wish, I don't know how I feel. Maybe it'll feel fine.
I
don't know
having
how I
some
like
Mesa
generic
maps stashed, setting all your favored maps to Mesa, or doing a whole bunch of trading. You'll also notice that the structure of the atlas has changed. If you haven't played in a while,
where are your favorite
here's a
maps?
look at it before and after.
What am I looking at in the bottom and right corners? Oh, that's how you start the invitation fights. Where are your favorite maps at?
You will now begin at the center of the atlas.
I did always like the center atlas thing. I did always like that better than the
With each corner housing one of 4
tree.
voidstone slots.
That looks so
In
weird.
addition, all content accessed from your map device now exists physically on the
That's
atlas.
fine, I guess.
So you can see everything available in the endgame as you reveal the Fog of War. This also means that all unique maps are now present on the atlas, including some old favorites that are appearing for the first time.
Oh, how do you
Don't worry though, you don't need to complete Hall of Grandmasters every league. You now gain
Why
one
does he say every league? Why does he say every league?
atlas skill point per unique map completed.
Should be never.
Up to a maximum of 10. Given there are around 20 unique maps, you only need to complete the half you want.
Oh,
if you can
okay.
get your hands on them. Note, you aren't
That's
losing any atlas
quite
skill
nice.
points. These have been moved to new
That's quite
places.
nice.
And actually, you can get more than before. Due to Zana's actions, Egan now has a new goal and is determined to stop Zana's destruction by making use of a mysterious new discovery. Arcane
Oh, interesting. So you infect the
Astrolabes.
whole quadrant.
Zana is currently traversing the threads that weave the atlas together, severing them.
We have
With these
we
new
have Sexton's
astrolabes,
back.
Egan is able to trace her
We have
movement,
Sexton's
but
back.
using them causes dangerous side effects. When you use an astrolabe on a map on the atlas,
Will they fit in our
a
tabs?
shaped region will manifest itself in that quadrant, affecting many of the maps within it.
Oh,
there are many
it's not the
different kinds
whole
of
quadrant.
astrolabes, and they apply
Can you
different
overlay
types
them?
of shaped regions. For example, an abyssal region, which causes all the maps to have an additional abyss, or a blighted region.
These are
adds a blighting
watchtowers.
counter.
Don't get it twisted. These are watchtowers.
Completing the content added by the astrolabe will remove the shaped region's influence from that map. Upon doing so, every
Does it
other
push it?
map remaining in the shaped region will gain an additional modifier. This means as you progress through the shaped region, maps you run will become
It's only upsides. It's only juicing. There's no downsides.
more and more intense.
So
With the
that last
relevant
one.
mechanic
Holy shit. I mean, players hate downsides if there's no upside, but okay, so I'm running this map right here with 7 extra mods. I'm using 5 scarabs. I'm miraging the content so I could do it twice. Holy fucking loot that's going to be in this map. That's going to have some insane loot.
getting more and more juiced.
How do you get these sextants again? What did he say? How do you get these?
Finally, at the end of the region of maps, once you have successfully rid the atlas of the shaped region, Egan will take you to one of 4 memory vaults, where there are powerful rewards to be had. He cares only for the knowledge hidden within that vault, so any items are yours for the taking. Each vault is associated with a specific quadrant on the atlas. So you
It's reliquary? But,
are able to target a certain vault if you're wanting to try get a specific type of reward.
We've removed betrayal.
One such vault is the Archon's Vault.
Or heist, I mean.
Where you'll be rewarded with powerful, unique items. Or the Zealot's Vault, to acquire valuable currency items. This new shaped region system is one that promotes running many different maps.
Completing a map objective within a shaped map instead collapses a different map within the shaped region. By default, when you complete an objective in a map within the shaped region, it collapses, removing itself from the region. This causes all other maps in the region to gain additional modifiers. In cases where the shaped region would become bisected, only a region with the most connected maps will remain. So you can just run the same map over and over again. You could just run Mesa over and over again, and it'll just keep ripping it from the other clouds. That seems good. So you don't have to move maps. Why would you not take this? What's the downside to this? Why would every single tree not just take this? Why would you ever want to move it?
But for players that want to engage with this new system, while still wanting to run the same map over and over again, the synthesized stability key
You can cut the region in half.
keystone on the Atlas tree enables exactly that.
It
With
says
all the new
only
engine
if
changes,
it would cut it
we
off.
thought it would be also good to mention
So you
some
do one on the
handy tips and
edge, so it,
tricks
I
for
mean, I
quickly
guess it's
navigating the
random,
new
huh?
Atlas.
So you have a chance to
When
lose
using
some
the map
region.
device, the Atlas defaults to your previously run map.
So you're gambling.
So running the same map over and over is as few clicks as possible.
Why not just why? Well, I just don't understand. Why do they hate us? Why could you not just put the knapsack like right here and just like in King's March? Why can't I queue 13 maps in a row? Why? I don't get why they don't let us do that.
You can right-click unique maps or map fragments in your inventory to automatically
Oh, unique
open
maps
your
still exist. For some reason, I thought they didn't exist. You could just click on them and do them whenever.
Atlas to
Oh,
that
okay, they still
location
exist.
with
Okay.
the map already placed and ready to run. When you select a special area that requires multiple items, such as to fight at Zeri or open the Domain of Timeless Conflict, if you have the fragments to access that in your inventory, it will automatically add them to the map device in the right spot. That's the core of the new
I know.
in-game.
Motherfuckers made the King's March queue
look
look like
changes
the...
coming in 328. Let's blast through them.
I think this is all fine.
Over the last few expansions, we've been working on streamlining the mapping experience. And we wanted to continue to minimize busy work so you can spend more time doing what you love. Killing monsters and getting loot.
It's giving you anxiety.
We've made a number of changes. We won't get into too much detail, but here's a quick summary of what you can expect to have received adjustment.
Just giving you maximum anxiety at the moment.
We've removed cartographer's chisels and map device crafts entirely. The loss of content and loot here has been compensated for in other places. Voidstones now grant special global bonuses while socketed on your atlas.
Do they socket?
Including adding the new Originator Voidstone.
Oh, they only
which enables specific atlas
quadrant.
bosses to drop exceptional supports. We'll elaborate more.
Do they do they only empower one quadrant at a time? So how do you get everything to T16, or is it just they socket in each quadrant, but it still affects the whole atlas?
In the next section. T17 maps as you know it have effectively been removed. The bosses have been kept around, and they better fulfill their original purpose of being a gateway to target farm uber pinnacle bosses. The most annoying modifiers on Originator maps have been removed or replaced. No more getting turned into a slug for simply using skills. And no more will you be incapable of dealing damage periodically.
Oh, thank God. Now there's just mods that one-shot you for no reason. I took 70,000 damage in a
some of their effects are now available from the altars and memory threads. Memory tears, instead of adding a memory thread to your atlas, will now drop an itemized version of that thread, allowing you to save it for later or trade it at your leisure. We've added new scarabs, such as this Expedition Scarab of Infusion, which can generate some truly tempting logbooks.
Doesn't do anything for me, really.
And for those of you looking to take on the ultimate one-on-one fight, the Anarchy Scarab of the Exceptional will place a true antagonist-level rogue exile threat in your map, empowered by every type of wild wisp, possessed by a tormented spirit.
I'm never doing that. I've learned my lesson with modifiers.
And
I've learned my lesson. That looks disgusting.
Exile is not to be trifled with.
No, don't fuck with that. Empowered triple essence.
We've also changed some, such as the Beyond Scarab of Resurgence, which now causes all 3 Beyond bosses to appear when a Beyond boss would spawn in your map.
That's whatever. That doesn't matter.
On top of that, we've made improvements to a number of weak Atlas Tree passives, such as Pillage and Plunder, which now grants a chance for items dropped by Syndicate members to have a Fractured Veiled mod.
Oh, that's
Check out the new The Paths Not Taken Keystone,
that might
which means your maps on average will drop twice as many divination cards. But which ones can drop will be a mystery.
The sun went down.
And last, but not least, we've also made some changes to King's March shipping, such as we've swapped the rewards given by sending ore and crops. I wonder what this new port will send back. Ports will now give more
I mean, it's Dex, Int, Strength, and whatever that stupid shield item is. The hell would the new one be? Just currency or something? Just yeah, just currency or something?
For favored resources. And you can even re-roll them for gold if they're not off.
That's big. I like that. I like that a lot.
Specific ports will now reward specific tattoos and rune grafts, making it easier to target the ones you want.
There were 3 tabs of stuff. Wait, what? Does he show how much that shipment was? Can we enhance on this and see what was shipped right here? 3 tabs of
Specific
loot
ports
and
will now reward
a fuck
specific
ton of
tattoos and rune grafts, making it easier to
divine-
target the ones you if they're not offering what you're after. Specific ports will now reward
6 links? No, only 5 links. Okay, so not crazy.
specific tattoos and rune grafts, making it easier to target the ones you want.
Yeah.
Not to mention, the Kalgurans have discovered several new, powerful rune grafts for you to get your hands on, such as the Rune Graft of Fury, which causes you to gain rage on using a life flask.
That's never getting used.
And the Rune Graft of Resurgence, which causes Arcane Surge to also grant life regeneration.
That's pretty cool for
We
RF
mentioned
builds,
earlier
no?
about the Originator
Another 15%
Voidstone,
life regen for
enabling
free?
access to exceptional supports.
On top of
So let's get
Arcane
into
Surge
that,
support?
as there's a decent amount to cover. After defeating the incarnations of Fear, Neglect, and Dread, you will obtain the Originator Voidstone. As mentioned earlier, this Voidstone allows new, exceptional support gems to drop from
Why is
many bosses
there
across the Atlas.
5 Voidstones?
These new supports are an improvement over the old Awakened support system, which is being phased out. Awakened supports have long been a capstone investment for a character, but there's existed a gulf between the more interesting ones, such as Awakened Spell Cascade, which has some additional transformative effect, as opposed to some of the simpler Awakened supports, which just have slightly higher numerical values. Exceptional supports will all be transformative, serving as an additional late-game tool to customize your build around,
Yeah.
and extending character customization and
So we're, like,
creation even later
8
into a
linking
build's life.
now? 8 links?
One of the goals here is to provide interesting build choices even at later levels and deep into the endgame. However, we are certainly not aiming to reduce top-end player power with these changes. Exceptional supports will still be super strong.
Can you quality
If
them?
used well, they will catapult your character even further than before. So, how many are there, and what exactly do they do? There
I
are
see any
over
useful
40 new exceptional supports to discover,
I see pulverize, I
adding
see
additional enticing drops
brutality.
to bosses that may otherwise have felt
Chain,
not as
fork.
worthwhile to run, giving players extra reason to take on those challenges.
See like pinpoint, spell echo.
For instance, from the King in the Mists, we have the Hex Toad support. This support creates areas of swampy cursed ground, which spawns toads that bounce towards enemies and then explode, dealing
Hold on a
toad
second.
support.
This is bounce towards enemies.
Support creates areas of swampy cursed ground.
Where's this one bouncing to? What was over there that it bounced to? Hold on a second.
Which spawns toads that bounce
That
towards
toad's just
enemies
bouncing towards
and then
nothing.
explode, dealing chaos damage.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
From the
though.
Uber Elder, we
Not
have the
fast enough.
Void Storm support, which causes your raining attacks to create celestial storms of energy that grow over time, detonating as you approach
seems
for massive
Fucking
damage.
crazy.
Defeating the incarnation of Neglect may win you the Frost Mage support. Similar to the existing Archmage support, you are rewarded for stacking mana to enhance your spells with extraordinary cold damage.
Wow.
We'll tease some more of these before launch, but there will be many,
Ouch.
many more for you to
God, I
discover.
love frost skills. Aren't frost skills just so fucking
Keepers
cool?
of the Flame is coming back.
Need it. If ever
However,
golden support might
We
finally
do know that many
make the
players have
walking
issues with the
dash meme
walls
build
and hive encounters.
able to not
In
go
order to
terrible.
address these concerns, we'll be making a number of changes. One of the biggest problems is that
We added
walls would
more
block your
walls.
projectiles,
Fuck you.
meaning that when a hive randomly spawned in your map, it would make it harder to clear. In order to prevent that, walls and hive encounters will now be destroyed by any damage. But we also wanted to make sure we reduce
Can
the
they be
visual clutter they
targeted?
cause.
Not like a herald?
Hives and their walls are now smaller. To allow players to engage with hive encounters quicker when they do want to help Aelith, we've added a new Atlas passive which drastically increases the detonation area of unstable burrows, causing them to reliably chain react and destroy the majority of remaining walls.
Eh.
For those who
I
don't
never
want to
had a
deal with the
problem with
walls
this.
at all, there's now a pair of keystones that allow you to block hive encounters or
I never had a
unstable
problem with this.
breaches, if you want.
Last time I tried to make
Now
it,
that this is a core league,
that I couldn't
we
get enough
don't want you to
cooldown.
have to
Well,
grow your Genesis
40%,
tree from scratch on
50%
every league
maybe with
start.
quality?
So now, each womb gift slot is already usable by default. And
Hold on a second. That tree looked different.
Now you don't want to deal with the walls at all. There's now a pair of keystones that allow you to block hive encounters or unstable breaches.
I think this was such a nothing burger. The walls stuff.
Now that this is a core league, we don't want you to have to grow your Genesis tree from scratch on every league start. So now...
No, maybe it is all the same. Okay. The left looks different. No, okay, it's all the same.
Each womb gift slot is already usable by default, and access to the Monastery of the Keepers will be gained by finding Aelith starting in Act 6 Mudflats.
Act 6, okay.
Now with Atlas Tree and Scarab support, you can have multiple unstable breach encounters active in a single area for maximum ruckus.
I feel like it was
Speaking
such
of
a
Atlas
nothing
Tree and
burger.
Scarab
Maybe,
support,
I don't know.
we've added plenty. Here are a few examples.
What happened there?
The Massing Forces Atlas notable grants a chance
what
to
happened
have
there?
it.
Why did
Speaking of
they activate that breach and nothing happened?
Now with Atlas Tree and Scarab support, you can
He
have
activates this
multiple
breach.
unstable breach encounters active in a single area for maximum ruckus. Speaking of Atlas Tree and Scarab support, with support,
What? Am I
you can have
dumb?
multiple unstable breach encounters active in a single area for maximum ruckus.
He says that, but then you
Speaking
do
of
this and it
Atlas
doesn't
Tree
expand.
and Scarab support,
That other one isn't expanding.
we've added plenty. Here are a few examples. The Massing Forces Atlas notable grants a chance to have additional unstable breaches in your maps.
Will one not expand until the other
The
one?
Breach Scarab of the Marshal guarantees a breach boss or Hive Fortress, while the Breach Scarab of the Incensed Swarm replaces all of Aelith's skills with Enrage the Hive, increasing the difficulty and reward from Hive
That
monsters in
seems-
all subsequent waves.
Fucking pog.
Graft items will no longer exist,
Oh, I liked graph.
but we've moved several of the graft skills to new exceptional supports, such as the Hive-born support,
I liked graphs. I
which
thought they were
summons
cool.
an army
I
of
thought we
breach
would be able
minions to
keep
do
one.
your bidding when you use a supported
This
offering
was
skill.
bad. You never use this.
And the Foul Grasp support, which calls forth a field of
one
grasping
was
breach
fine
hands when you
too, but
recall
not as
brands,
good.
exploding for heavy lightning damage when enemies approach them.
No.
We're looking forward to
That's-
seeing
you're
how these
asking too
improvements
much.
and additions are received, alongside a lot of what Keepers also has to offer. From the new bosses in their bloodline, through to the Genesis tree and its many different crafting options, like
bosses
Foulborn
weren't too
Uniques.
bad.
Also,
like
with
them.
its new narrative, we look forward to extrapolating on all of this
There's new
and learning
narrative?
more about Aelith, the Hiveborn, and its Breach Lords in the future. That covers all the new content we're adding, and that was a lot. From a new in-game system,
Okay.
several new reward types, new ways to juice maps, all of which you can double up in the new Mirage League,
So what did we
and
lose?
all that
We
alongside
lost
a suite of new holy skills,
Cartographer
a new
chisels,
ascendancy class,
graphs.
and an insane amount of new character customization in the endgame. However,
And we gained everything
an
else?
important part of
Is that
Path
it?
of Exile expansions is making sure there is a continued effort to improve
A lot of
quality
power
of
creep
life.
this league.
So let's get into that now. You can now favorite trades on the currency exchange.
Who cares?
This consists of selecting
Who's
two
playing
currencies that you want to
trade?
be able to trade between with a single click, and setting them as a favorite trade. Favorite trades will appear by default on opening the currency exchange, and will still auto-suggest a ratio based on recent trade data. A further improvement to the currency exchange is the ability to open and interact with your stash while you have the exchange window open. Now, when trading in a full set of divination cards, it will automatically be handed in to become the resultant item. If you then turn in another set immediately, the reward from the previous set will be transferred to your inventory directly,
That's fucking nice.
assuming there's enough free space to do so.
That's nice.
Labyrinth font crafts that previously gave a random transfigured gem now allow you to choose which transfigured gem of that type you'd like to receive. The
That's
asynchronous trade
so
item
nice.
sale history
Holy
is now
shit, no more
hoverable,
running
with
65
full item descriptions
trials
of the
to get
sold
my
item.
transfigure gem.
When using Divine Orbs, you can now tell exactly which modifiers can be randomized.
Yeah, you're saying
The
about Mage
ritual
Blood, you
icon
can't
will
change
now
anything
glow
with Mage
if you've
Blood
got
there.
significant
Those are all
unspent
unique
tribute
mods,
in
they're
an
not
area,
prefixes or
and all
suffixes.
rituals are complete. And a pop-up will appear after the final ritual completion. Also on the topic of ritual, you can now quick use vessels on completed rituals. Have you ever tried to click a divine shrine surrounded by enemies and find it extremely difficult to click? Well, shrines now take priority over monsters when clicking in an area they overlap.
Okay.
Since
I think the change should be they're a circle, and if you blink into the circle, you get if you just move into the circle, you get it. That's
324, we've been looking to add new ways to improve the campaign experience, and 328 is no different.
Right, by
this patch, we've added over 20 landmark rooms throughout the campaign, scattered across all 10 acts.
You basically always
Some
want it
of
on your
these
first
rewards
act.
are pretty useful stuff, so keep an eye out for the new and unexpected rooms, side passages, chests, and encounters as you progress throughout Rayclast. We want most of these to be a surprise, but we'll show you just one. There is now a small central island in the Karui Fortress, all inhabitants of which will drop a basic tattoo when slain.
You get a tattoo? You have
Next
multiple
up,
tattoos.
we're going to be talking about our new supporter packs. Today, we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs. The Curator of Wisdom
I don't think there's anything
Iron
that blew me away.
Packs. Each tier contains the pack's full face value in points,
I just think
alongside several exclusive microtransactions.
Shit ton of power creep and
as always,
be
the microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect your character's power or progression in any way.
I don't think I was impressed with any of the new skills.
The Curator of Wisdom series of supporter packs contains 7 exclusive microtransactions.
Holy melee damage stuff, not really my
The Traveling Wisdom back attachment has all the necessary tools you may require to chronicle your journey,
I bet you Quinn was
complete with a helpful rat friend. These chronicles will activate their magic upon identifying items, and will track the number of items identified of each rarity.
Oh,
just
it's for
hover
you.
the item, or link it in chat to show it off.
Yours right there. That's your back attachment.
The Acquired Wisdom unique finisher effect summons an ancient scroll that consumes unique enemies and the knowledge they hold. Most exiles would struggle carrying piles of scrolls while traveling Rayclast, but the Grand Curator of Wisdom armor set is perfect for the adventurous scholar. Any expert curator knows that scrolls hold more than just knowledge. They also hold
this is
power.
your supporter bag.
As you cast spells, the scrolls attached to the armor will burn away, before rematerializing shortly after. It also features a series of helmet variations, so you can get precisely the look you're after. Summon your Scroll Shaper familiar pet to follow alongside you. This creature is formed from folded magical texts, and can shapeshift between different forms. You can think of this as having multiple pets in one. It can fold into a fox,
He's on fire,
and then even burn away, reforming into a flying bird.
Why would you not just say Phoenix?
This series of packs also contains the Scroll Portals.
That's a kind of cool
jumbo-sized versions of the Scroll of Wisdom and Portal Scroll that you can make a quick retreat through.
That's kind of cool.
A supreme catalogue of knowledge can't remain in one place for too long and risk being pillaged by thieves. The Titan Apex Hideout features a colossal Titan who carries your base of operations atop their shoulders.
What the hell? I didn't see it at all, and I looked at it. It was creepy as hell. What the hell? There's just a dude underneath your map.
Being pillaged by thieves. The Titan Apex Hideout features a colossal Titan who carries your base of operations atop their shoulders, constantly moving through a boundless desert. The Iron Incarcerator pack also contains 6 exclusive microtransactions.
What in the fucking...
The Incarcerator's Restraints back attachment features stockades that were used to immobilize prisoners by binding them to the earth as they were tortured for their wrongdoings.
I feel like it's a minor thing, but I don't like the way the
Shackles
animation
envelop your
for that
choice
looks.
of torturing device when using the Chains of the Incarcerator weapon effect.
That's chains.
These chains shatter into links as you batter enemies.
I don't like this one.
Make your way through Rayclast as a walking penitentiary, intimidating your enemies with the elite Iron Incarcerator armor set.
Nah.
After a long day of tracking down criminals,
how do they manage to do it
into
every
the Iron Maiden
league?
portal.
There's always one
to your
supporter pack.
chamber.
It's always like one is super good
for would-be
and
intruders.
one I don't like at all.
This peculiar creature was a favorite amongst incarcerators. They would be sent into the midst of prison riots to mesmerize and control the toughest of minds. Use their talents to charm other players' pets, causing them to abandon their owners and follow in line behind you instead, at least until it wears off. What better way to execute prisoners when your torturing has depleted their value? Harvest their souls to fuel this map device, condemning them to eternal incarceration. Your kills within the map are also recorded based on the rarity of the monster.
He just loves this skill.
You can choose to pin an execution session that you're satisfied with on this miniature leaderboard, which is displayed for all
leaderboard, your highest kills. That's kind of cool,
additionally,
I guess.
all microtransactions from these supporter packs will be made available for use in Path of Exile 2. Thank you so much for your ongoing support.
That one's pretty neat.
We're just about to start the Q&A with Ziggy D. Afterwards, we'll post the full patch notes for Path of Exile Mirage at 11 a.m. New Zealand time, 2 p.m. Pacific. With release at the end of next week, our community team will be posting crucial information you'll need for the release. Keep an eye on the news.
I think having a 7-link is going to be a little crazy. Getting like a free chain or a free fork or poison chance or something like that is going to open up a lot of doors and make leveling maybe feel better. And then you could like essentially get an 8-link with the new exceptional gems. Mock thighs and crispy. What else? I feel like there wasn't. I don't care about the skills. I think that the mirages are just you're just in a map forever now. You're just duplicating your loot in the map forever.
G'day Exiles, welcome back. ZD here, joined by game director Mark Roberts and game designer Octavian to do our Q&A post live stream.
Oh, Octavian looks so different.
An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. We'll see
so tall.
Take us, especially with,
it is scuffed, isn't it?
Discussing things like ground loot, endgame breach, King's March.
Why do they?
Balance.
They know what they're doing. They're doing this on purpose.
Yeah, that's good. Let's do it. And well, let's start.
What else? What is big?
The show for the first time.
Hello.
And what brings you here with us today, Octavian?
This guy? I don't know.
I don't know.
I should. No, I mean,
wait, what the fuck?
Maps got like jumped from.
Harbingers have been removed. Did they talk about that at all?
Or something. Those items start to become a fair bit better rather than just being, because the way it is now effectively is just more white items being converted to rare.
Oh, we didn't check the Reddit. Anything on whoops, I don't want to show that. Tier 17s, we will not miss you. Okay. How long did we have keepers? I keep abandoning PoE1 for PoE2 and then abandoning. A long time. Keepers has been like. I don't even know. August? October? Keepers. Yeah, October. It's been a minute. What is that? November, December, January, February, almost March. Five, 6 months or something like that. I don't know. Okay, happy about T17s being removed. The Seussification of PoE. I do not want loot from a tile. I want loot dropped in a pile. I do not want loot from a tree. Do not give me that loot to me. I do not want loot from a boat. I do not want that smuggler's coat. I do not want loot from Calguran slaves. I don't want to keep them well and safe. Please put loot back on the ground or we exiles will not be around. Do not repeat these looting shames. Hi, I'm Chris Wilson from Last Epoch. From 11th Hour Games. There we go. Mamba triple tapped. Wasn't Beano's buffed? Oh. Yeah, but the skill got a hit. Oof. 17s. We're happy about that. Maybe out Mark. I wish this was a change. It is annoying going back to town and swapping. What the fuck was this guy's name? I can't even remember. Tane? What the hell was his league? He was the build your own monster, but I don't remember. What league was that? Build your own monster was Metamorph. Yeah, Metamorph. Holy shit. Metamorph. I think I when I do my summary of leagues, I completely skip over that. Holy shit. I forgot that was even a thing. My favorite mechanic? I don't even remember this mechanic. Jesus. That was... Oh. This has the potential to be one of the best leagues ever. The real was packed with so much cool shit. As long as something doesn't get super messed up, it looks like it has the potential to be one of the most fun leagues in a long time. How do we feel about that? The best league ever is what we just watched? Sweet summer child time? Okay. I'll still forget. All rituals complete. It would have to be bigger and it would have to be middle of the screen covering my portal. I would still forget. I don't know what... there's something wrong with the mechanic. It just must be flawed. If every single person always forgets, it's been years and I still forget every single time I do a ritual. I don't know what there's just something wrong with it. Oh yeah, Stygian Vice. Stygian Vice, I mean, this is essentially a Stygian Vice, but you replace your jewel with a Anoint, which could be really good in some cases. Tasty legs, crispy thighs. What the fuck? What the fuck? Who, am I crazy? Crispy was, why do I know that name? Was he in one of my League games? Why do I know that name? Yeah, it was. Crispy was my Ari yesterday that I fucking dominated. Yeah, Crispy boy. What the fuck? What are the odds of that? How'd that go? That's funny. What the fuck? That's so weird. It's such a very unique name too for me to run into Crispy 2 days in a row. It might have been. That's yeah. I don't know why this isn't default behavior. I don't know. Why do we why are we memeing about this? I get that you can anoint it, but what's the allocates beef? Intelligence now inherently grants 1% increased maximum energy shield per 10 intelligence, previously 5. Nerf to ES. In stackers. It seems like the entire patch notes are just like, happy T17s are gone. Looks good. Currency items will now account for a significantly larger portion of dropped items. This change is to allow currency rewards from slaying enemies to be more competitive with other sources in the game. That's bait. True. True, it is. I'm with you, Soda Barpin. The Sextant update. They did just bring back Sextants. Isn't that funny? They just brought back Sextants. It's the exact same item icon as a Sextant. That seems funny. I don't know. They just didn't do this video or something? Show me the real Alice. Not you. Perfection. How did we end up here? How did we end up back at this Atlas? I don't know. How are we back here? It doesn't have the blob on it. You needed this picture, but with the blob on it. Or like 4 different blobs. Standard rotation. Only took 15 years when we full circled. Bleed Bow Glad in 2026. The only nerf that I thought was funny was just the The nerf to DD. Just another 10% nerf to DD. Do not get baited. This guy's fucking livid about the skill. Alright, I think I'm done. Normally people are up in arms in the Reddit or something. I didn't see a single complaining post. Not a single one. Okay.